Hello, I'm doing a haul video today, and I have a few things to show you. So I'm going to start with what I got today, because I got a couple of things today. And those were, I got this wristband, which is quite cool. I quite like it. It's red and black, and yeah. And I also got, when I find which one it is, this dragon pendant. I don't know if you can see how dragony it is, but it's like Eastern, kind of Asian dragon, which is quite good. So they're what I got today from the New Age shop. Also recently I got this pendulum that I keep around my neck. Haven't used it yet, but I'm planning to. Also, in terms of New Age stuff, I've also got this tarot box. It's really weird because that's backwards on my camera, which is really funny. Also recently, because I volunteer in a charity shop, they were selling these, which are for Red Nose Day, so I got one, because wristbands are my thing. Now I've got a few books as well to show you all. The first is this. It's called Shakespeare, The Bard's Guide to Abuses and Affronts, and it's basically a book full of Shakespearean insults from all of his plays, which is hilarious, to say the least. I got Stephen Fry, Moab is My Washpot, which is the autobiography, I believe, autobiography of the first 20 years of Stephen Fry's life, which I haven't read yet, but I would assume it's going to be quite excellent. On the topic of Stephen Fry, I also have this, which is the Book of General Ignorance, which is quite old, but it's a book from the QI TV show. Bear in mind, if you don't know who Stephen Fry is, or you've never heard of QI, you must look it up. Stephen Fry is amazing, and QI is just awesome. I also have The Best Book of Urban Myths Ever, also an interesting read, full of, you guessed it, urban myths. I also have these two books. Now, these are books on psychology. They're non-fiction. They're both by Freud, Sigmund Freud, who is basically the most famous psychologist to date. And he does a lot about essentially the subconscious, unconscious desires, things that you don't know you want but you do, and a lot of that is among children. He was the one who invented, well, not invented, but came across the Oedipus complex. The first book is called Totem and Taboo, which is resemblances between the psychic lives of savages and neurotics, and it analyses the individual psyche based upon society and culture, and the psychology of religion and societies and things. I haven't read it yet, but it should be very interesting. I also have The Sexual Enlightenment of Children. Now, I know that sounds really weird, and Freud was really weird, but he worded things very oddly. What do you mean? It's not so much sexual enlightenment as they're kind of. It says here is one of many ideas which Freud startled the world was that even very young children are aware of sexual impulses and occupied with sexual problems, which kind of stems into the Oedipus complex. The idea is that essentially every young boy, or at least every young boy with a mother figure, tends to be sexually attracted to said mother figure. That doesn't mean, like, me and you sexual attraction, like adult sexual attraction. It means that he has a very strong, powerful love for his mother, and then the next step of the Oedipus complex is that he fears his father will try and castrate him or somehow punish him, and therefore fears his father, figure. This is assuming the child has two, one male, one female parents. Then further on, the child identifies with the aggressor, which is another psychological phenomenon, and that results in kids, especially young boys, trying to be like their fathers. And apparently the opposite works for girls as well, but there wasn't a study to show that. Not that there was a study to... Well, there was one study to do with the Oedipus complex, but it wasn't particularly... it wasn't done particularly well. But yeah, yeah, Freud was a little bit weird with the whole child sexuality thing. But yeah, that's my haul. I might take you through some of my wristbands as well, one day. I think there was something else I wanted to do. Oh, right, yes. I do have a couple of other things. I will be... 1 second. I will edit that out, the running, but yeah, I have these. Look how amazing they are. It's, they're Pokemon plush things. That's Mew, and that's Dragonite. And they're so awesome. I love them. I found them on Amazon, and I was just like, I have to have them. They're great. Yeah, I love Pokemon. It's amazing. So yeah, pardon me, yes, that's my haul, and that is it for today. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.